Making our way here today to the Parks and Event Center in Jackson, where we got the annual Cincinnati Reds Caravan coming through here today. The Cincinnati Reds, of course, are here. We got Marty Brenneman. He's here, legendary Reds broadcaster. Also got the front office for the Cincinnati Reds. Some people here. Got Corky Miller, I believe, coming. Some people here. Pull up the list here in a moment. But either way, we're glad to be here. Cincinnati Reds every year. Of course, this is Total Media Sports right here. And we got Eric Landrum here. He's going to join us here in a moment. There you go. And I got it.
I'll start off with questions here. And if any of you guys feel free to answer this question, Marty can pass down the mic to whoever. It's an exciting time to be a fan of the Cincinnati Reds. What do you guys feel about the state of this team right now? I'm feeling pretty good myself, but where do you guys feel like the team is headed this year? Because I'm really excited personally.
From player development side, it's really cool to see what's going on and the guys that they're getting. For me, a personal note with bringing Jose Trevino in from the Yankees was really nice. I mean, I love Luke, but this is going to solidify some of the leadership and help Tyler out a little bit and game calling, and I think that's great on my side. You want to answer, Phil?
Yeah, I think we came out of 23 with a lot of excitement and expectation going into 24. We were no more satisfied than the fans with the results of 24. So I think with these changes and bringing Terry in, we're really going to, I think show the game and our fans and the rest of Major League Baseball what this team's all about.
Yeah, what I'm excited about, in addition to being able to bring Tito in, coming out of 23 with the young core of Ellie, Matt, all the pitching, Hunter Green took a step forward. Now we've gone and added in all the areas. We got Brady Singer. We're going to have a deep, exciting rotation. We're going to have a good set of position players. I think they're really going to hit in this park, bringing in someone like Gavin Lux. So being able to add across the board is what's exciting for this year for me.
Yeah, I'm going to just add on to that for sure. Bringing Tito in huge. The additions have been great, but what we had in terms of the camaraderie in the clubhouse last year was probably the best clubhouse I've ever been in. Obviously, it didn't translate to the playoff and World Series that we all wanted, but there's such a special group there, such a special energy there and bond that we'll be able to bond, or we'll be able to build off that for years. So really excited about this year, and I'm definitely World Series expectations and hopes.
Yeah, just a prospect, but listen to the way these guys talk about the club, the big club, and listen to the way he talks about the clubhouse. It's something we'll be a part of. That young core get up there and make an impact. So, pretty excited about this year.
I'll ask one more then. A couple of you guys mentioned the man who's come in now as the manager of the Cincinnati Reds, Terry Francona. Talk a little bit about what it means to have Tito be the manager of the Cincinnati Reds and how that's going to change things in 2025.
Yeah, once you can get a Hall of Famer leading your ball club, it's an honor that he came out of retirement for this club. So kind of like everything about it legitimizes our roster, legitimizes our team. It's so exciting to see what he can do with this group. He's a guy who I've been able to talk to him a bunch of times and got to meet him late October when he just flew up, surprised Marty at a function in late October. It was amazing, but you talk to him for 5 minutes, you're like, I'm ready to run through a wall for you. Wherever you want, I'll go. So he's just got that personality. Like I said, he pushes the right buttons for everybody to get the best out of him, and I can't wait to see how good we can get with him.
I love it. I'm going to open it up to the floor now. Just raise your hand. I'm going to come around. So, anybody's got any questions on the floor? I've got plenty, so don't worry. That's what I was. So I guess I'll ask another one then. Oh no, we got one. Here we go. My man Eric. Give it a round of applause for Eric. What you got?
So it was my understanding that we were running a little bit behind on time, kind of exploring the sights of Southern Ohio, and I understand that the Mothman was the exhibit we had to explore. Can someone fill me in on why we stopped at the Mothman exhibit this morning or this afternoon?
Well, if you've ever been to Port Pleasant, that's the attraction that one has to see, and we drove by on the way in. Of course, running a little late to that stop, but we had to at least stop. We didn't make the museum, but we made the photo up in front of the statue. So now we can say we've seen the Mothman, even if it was only the statue.
That is amazing. I love that. Because that's a piece of Midwest heritage, Midwest tradition. So that's awesome. When you guys, obviously, 2024 was what it was, as Mr. Castellini said, but now you guys are on to 2025. Besides Terry Francona, what do you guys think are some new additions? It could be a player, it can be another coach, it can be anything really. What do you guys think are some new additions that are going to help this team take some next steps into 2025?
Yeah, I mean, even from 23 to 24, we actually improved in terms of like scoring runs, preventing runs. So we felt like it was a step forward. And then being able to bring in Brady Singer, Gavin Lux, Corky mentioned Jose Trevino. It's actually been more through trades, but bringing Nick Martinez back. I'm excited about how deep the rotation is. We got a bunch of great open guys with Diaz coming back, Brent in that group. And then I really think the offense, guys going to be moving around. We're still going to run. We're going to play better defense and really hitting our park, I think. So it's kind of, keep saying the same thing, but it's kind of all of the above. All three components, the hitting, the pitching, and the defense, I think is all going to take a step forward this year.
And I'll also just add that I feel like we're getting some parts of our team back that were hurt last year. Matt McClain, Christian Encarnacion Strand, so some guys who were big impact guys that tore it down the stretch with the 23 ball club are coming back, and these guys are special talents and special kids. So definitely looking forward to having them back.
Yeah, Ernie, you mentioned special talents, and there really are some special talents on the team. You think about Ellie De La Cruz, you think about some of the other players that are on this roster. Who do you guys think are some players that can take the step from good player to elite fantastic this year on this Reds roster?
My guy for that, or I really have two, are Lodolo and Abbott from the pitching side. I think those two guys were very good last year at times, but I think going full pull, if you will, or going from the game 1 to game 162, strong, healthy. Both have had really good off seasons. So those are two guys I'm really in my head. I'm like, if these two guys take the step forward like Hunter Green took last year, we're going to be dangerous. So definitely the pitching side is my answer for that.
The other guy that I think is going to take a big step forward offensively is Tyler Stevenson. He had a great year last year. Having Trevino in, being able to take some catching games off of him, letting him just go out there and bang some days as a DH, I think he's going to have a really big year this year too.
I love that. And again, I think the big thing for the Reds this year is, again, the whole run ball is going to be so big. Who do you think, and this is a question for you, and I know you're big with analytics and you know the numbers, this could be crazy, this could be out of left field. Who do you think are the three Reds that hit the most home runs this season?
The three Reds that hit the most homers?
Yeah.
I'll go with Ellie again. Probably, Steer is one. I think he's going to be healthy, hit a bunch of home runs this year. And then I'd probably go Tyler, honestly.
Then you mentioned one of the big trades in the offseason, which was trading Jonathan India for Brady Singer. Talk about both sides of that trade a little bit, where first off, you lose a player who was the rookie of the year in 2021, but you bring in a really good pitcher, Brady Singer, that helps what's already a very good rotation. Could it potentially make that an elite rotation?
Yeah, definitely. Starting with the first part, Johnny was such a good part of our team for 4 or 5 years. Hurts to lose. He was a part of this clubhouse stuff Brent was talking about. I think it comes down to just focusing on, in our park, it's hard to go out and get pitching. And so being able to bring back Nick Martinez, make a fair baseball trade, bring in Brady Singer, but then also being able to fill Gavin Lux in, who's a left-handed hitter, can play around the diamond. I think we've almost got the best of both worlds, where we improve the rotation, improve the depth, haven't really lost much on the offensive side. That was the goal, and I think we're getting our way there through the offseason.
Yeah, that's awesome. What about bringing back Matt McClain, somebody who lost most of last season due to injury? Where do you see Matt McClain's development heading into 2025?
Other people can answer this too.
Yeah,
but
I'm kind of digging you here. I'm sorry.
He's just, he's a great player. Like he changed everything. When he actually came up before Ellie in 2023. That's when we took off. And he's such a big part of it. Great approach at the plate. He can play defense anywhere on the field. He can run. He can kind of do it all. It really hurt. And, it was obvious that when he went down, we were missing him. Brent said, getting him back, it's just going to be huge for the team next year.
Yeah, I'll add, he didn't see much game time with us last year because he was hurt with an oblique part of spring, and then he ended up hurting his shoulder. But in those couple games, I got to watch him on his side of the field. He deked somebody out so bad by catching a line, faking catch a line drive, and the guy was just like still confused as the inning ended, standing in between second and third base. So this guy's got baseball instincts with the best of them. He's such a gamer, so he's definitely going to be a huge help for us, as is Christian, as are some other guys we're getting back from injury. So really excited to have them back for sure.
Yeah, really good young core for this team. I'm super excited for it. Something else that happened this offseason. Oh, you got a question over here? Yeah, absolutely. Feel free, guys. If anybody has any questions, put their hands up. Here you go. First off, tell them your name.
Tom Long.
All right, Tom, what you got?
This is for Brent. How about an impression? I heard you're really good at those.
I'm working on my Terry Francona here. I don't know if you were talking about, but I'm working on that. But I do like the Harry Carey sometimes. So like, hey everybody, it's great to be here. So Mr. Redlegs, you're my friend.
I don't know who this would be directed at mostly, but in spring training this year, who are the 2 or 3 guys, other than Zach, of course, that you're going to be looking at to potentially see about making the 40-man roster, or people you really want to hone in on or you're looking at?
Corky can take this too. I think it's a lot of the guys coming back, just seeing Matt, seeing Christian, getting Noah Marte back again. And then, going to have a ton of young pitching coming up. Chase Petty's going to be there. I don't think they'll, who knows what their timeline is, but Brett Lauder's going to be there. And so really the young pitching is what's exciting coming up soon.
We've had a lot of pitchers, younger pitchers that are coming up. We got guys that are in the infield. It's kind of, just in case, but mostly those pitchers. And I heard DJ talk. I was on the first part of this caravan with him, and it just talks about depth and just having those guys ready. And I think it's been one time in the last 20 years that we've gone through a season with every starter making all their starts. So you need more guys, and we're going to have them. There's a bunch of guys that are ready, and we'll see how the competition. You'll hear that a lot from DJ and Tito this spring is about the competition on the pitching side, and we'll have that on the player side too. But there's a lot of players out there like Zach and a bunch of other guys. So
I got another one for you, Corky. How about bringing in Jose Trevino? We talked about this a second ago. Somebody who has so much experience, platinum glove winner in the major leagues. How big is that going to be for some of the young catchers in the organization, but also for you to work with as well?
He's going to have to concentrate on learning all the guys, and we will talk a little bit about some of the little nuances that he does and how he performs as one of the better receivers and framers in the game. But his main job is to help the Reds win games. So I'm not going to try to, to get him to coach. I'm going to watch him. We're going to talk and see what kind of organically happens from there.
I wanted to mention something else, of course, that happened in this office. Oh, was there another one?
Yep.
In the back? Oh, here we go. You guys have better eyesight than me.
Hi, my name's Jim. I got a 2-part question. First one for Marty. How you like retirement, and do you ever wish you'd come back and maybe see the Reds win 10 in a row and get your head shaved again on plate? I remember that one. And are you guys done with the roster? Are there any more possible deals coming up that you're looking to improve the club even more?
Well, the second question about shaving my head, that ain't happening again. And I really don't have much left now, even though it's grown out. So I don't have to worry about that. You asked about retirement. If everybody enjoyed retirement as much as I've enjoyed it after 46 years behind a microphone, then God bless them. I will say that for the first time since I walked away in September of 19, I'm going to be a little bit envious this season because of Francona being there. because he's a dear friend of mine. I think he's a special guy when it comes to baseball, and I'm excited to watch his influence over this young team in 2025, and to spend time around him. He's quite a guy, and I think it's an incredible addition made by the Castellini family in bringing him on board to manage his ball club in 2025 and beyond.
The second part, so you can answer.
Yeah, I mean, going into the offseason, you know, we talked to all the agents, all the free agents, talked to all 29 other teams, so I don't think we feel like we're necessarily done. I think we've done a lot to improve the club so far, but, you know, we still got a month left to go, so nothing is like right around the corner, but, you know, still trying to do everything we can to improve really any area of the roster we can.
We got about 5 minutes or so left, so anybody's got any questions, please put them up. Oh, here we go.
I'll ask one for Zach. So, this year, down in the farm system, I mean, the last few years, I've been coming to these for 3 years since I've worked here. We've talked about the farm system each year. The draft picks, the lotteries really worked in favor this year. What are you wanting to focus on this year to really make them pay attention even more and get up there?
Just be consistent, be myself every day. I think I do a pretty good job of showing up at the ballpark and being my genuine self. You know, you have good days, you have bad days, but try to make the good days outweigh the bad ones, and just be competitive. That's what it's all about. We heard Terry talk a little bit earlier this year, and a couple weeks ago, and he talks about getting 27 outs and winning a game. If you can get 27 outs and win, and drive competition, that's what it sounds like they want to see, and that's how you kind of put yourself out there to them.
I feel bad. I don't want to steal any more questions. But I think he's just holding the mic up to get the to get the sound on the radio. No. Hey, that's Porterhouse. He's doing a great job. I can throw another one out there, and again, feel free, anybody take the mic on this one. What do you guys feel like is the biggest strength of the Reds heading into 2025?
I tend to answer this as the clubhouse. You know what I mean? The bond we have in there, everyone's selfless, everyone's playing for each other, not just with each other, and it's a special thing. It's something you don't find all the time in sports, but once you have it, it's something you have to hold on to with great, you have to cherish it, and I think that's the biggest strength of us, our team. Obviously, the youth, for long term with the Reds, the youth and the young core we have, but I think it's that togetherness we have that is special.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I'd add is actually taking a little step back last year, you know, but having most of the team together, knowing what it was like in 23, where we're trying to get to, you know, I think that's going to be a good learning experience for this group as well.
All right, so we're gonna open it up now for some autographs for all these guys and for some food as well. So why don't you give them all a quick round of applause? Thank you for that time. Appreciate you guys coming down. I'm gonna hand the mic over.
I just want to speak on behalf of all the radio stations around here and all of our citizens that came out to see y'all. We are very pleased to have you. We don't always get good guests to come here to Southern Ohio and say hi to our small town people. But we all root and cheer and do everything we can for the Cincinnati Reds. Thank you for coming. Thank you.
All right. Feel free, guys. The food is back there, and then we'll let these guys get food first, and then we'll open it up for some autographs.